We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
Beyonce and Jay-Z have had a super long run as Hollywood's biggest couple, but it looks like all that glitters is not gold because their marriage has been exposed for having so many cracks that people are starting to wonder if Beyonce's really about to leave Jay-Z and start a new life for herself. But how bad is the marriage between them? Did Jay-Z just get exposed for cheating yet again? And why is Beyonce so determined to hold on to a marriage that seems to be falling apart so badly? Till death do us part. It goes without saying that Beyonce and Jay-Z are one of the biggest power couples in Hollywood, if not the biggest power couple in Hollywood. They've been together for years and have been through a whole lot together. They're known for being super private about their life, and we only know what they let us know or what insiders have leaked about their marriage. And honestly, their marriage isn't as shiny as it appears to be on the outside. For example, it's common knowledge that Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce with a woman named Becky with the good hair. And while this caused a huge scandal at the time, it wasn't the first time that Jay-Z had cheated on her. According to sources, he cheated on her while they were still dating, and that had actually caused Beyonce to break up with him. But we didn't know this at the time because they were so private that we didn't even know that they were together. That wasn't the last time that Jay-Z cheated on her because we all know about that elevator incident with Solange. They addressed the incident as a united front, saying, as a result of the public release of the elevator security footage from Monday, May 5th, there has been a great deal of speculation about what triggered this unfortunate incident. But the most important thing is that our family has worked through it. Jay and Solange each assume their share of responsibility for what has occurred. They both acknowledge their role in this private matter that has played out in the public. They both have apologized to each other, and we have moved forward as a united family. Beyonce also talked about the cheating in her song Sorry, where she said, "They sneaking out the back door, he only want me when I'm not there. He better call Becky with the good hair." Jay-Z also confirmed that he cheated on Beyonce in his song Family Feud, where he rapped, "Yeah, I'll F up a good thing if you let me. Let me alone, Becky. A man that don't care of his family can't be rich." But that's not the only time that he talked about the cheating scandal, because in an interview with the New York Times, he tried to explain why he cheated, saying, "You have to survive, so you go into survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, what happened? You shut down all emotions. So even with women, you're going to shut down emotionally so you can't connect. And then all the things happen from there. Infidelity." He also opened up about how he felt about being exposed by her on her album Lemonade, saying, "There was never a point where it was like, I'm making this album. I was right there the entire time. We were both very, very uncomfortable, but the best place in a hurricane is like in the middle of it. And that's where we were sitting, and it was uncomfortable, and we had a lot of conversations." While the cheating definitely rocked their marriage to the core, that's not the only thing that they've endured together, because Beyonce also revealed that she'd suffered a miscarriage before she got pregnant with their daughter, Blue Ivy. Speaking to Elle magazine, she said, "I began to search for deeper meaning when life began to teach me lessons I didn't know I needed. Success looks different to me now. I learned that all pain and loss is in fact a gift. Having miscarriages taught me that I had to mother myself before I could be a mother to someone else. Then I had Blue, and the quest for my purpose became so much deeper. I died and was reborn in my relationship, and the quest for self became even stronger." The loss of a baby is one of the hardest things that any couple can go through because it can either make or break a marriage. And in the case of Beyonce and Jay-Z, it looks like they were strong enough to stay together through everything. Even though people wanted Beyonce to leave Jay-Z, and he still gets harassed by the Beehive for daring to cheat on Beyonce, they still stuck it out. And this is one reason that Beyonce's never gonna leave Jay-Z. They have too much history together, and this ties her to him very strongly indeed. Not to mention the fact that Beyonce has known him since she was a teenager and has been in a relationship with him since she was 21 years old. And since she's now 41, this means that she's been with Jay-Z for 20 long years, which is an insane amount of time, especially in Hollywood where marriages and relationships don't last that long. So between the ups and downs they've had together and the memories they've created, it's safe to say that Bey is not going anywhere. Someone commented, "She must really believe that he is her soulmate to endure all of this from the beginning. I get that she has invested a lot of time with him, but there are better men out there who would treat her right. Solange stands up for her sister because Bey seems very passive." Another person said, when someone has you from age 17, it's hard to let go. And this other person commented, they have been together for 20 years, keep their entire lives private, and have 3 children that we barely get to see. No marriage is perfect, and imagine one pressured by the whole world watching and being nosy. Hopefully they keep growing old together and being an example of love through good and bad times. But that's not the only reason that Beyonce's determined to hold on to Jay-Z no matter what, because she has a lot of reasons to never want to let him go. Billion-dollar paycheck. Along with being 2 of the most famous music artists in the world, Beyonce and Jay-Z are also 2 of the wealthiest and highest paid celebrities in Hollywood. Together, they have a net worth of about $1.8 billion, which is crazy to even think about. They have 99 problems, but money definitely is not one of them. Both Beyonce and Jay-Z are self-made because they worked from scratch to get everything that they currently have. And we all know how hard it can be to not only get to the top, but also stay at the top for as long as they have. Now, even though they have some parts of their financials separate, they still have a lot of money tied together in different places. They have joint investments, property, and all other things like that, which amounts to hundreds of millions of dollars. If Beyonce were to decide to leave Jay-Z, then their business and financial interests would topple, and they're probably going to take a hit financially because we all know how expensive divorces can be. Just ask Jeff Bezos, and he's going to tell you all about expensive divorces. Anyway, just because Beyonce's financials are going to take a hit doesn't mean that she's going to become broke, because she'll still have more money than most people in the world, just not as much money as she used to. And this is another reason why she's stuck with Jay-Z till death do them part. A lot of people have pointed out that Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage often seems more of a business venture than an actual marriage, because it seems cold and loveless. People have been saying this for years, with comments like, sometimes I feel like Jay-Z and Beyonce have a loveless relationship. And has anybody ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce actually show affection to each other? Maybe it's a loveless business transaction. So even though Beyonce might be sick and tired of Jay-Z and his cheating ways, she has to protect her financial interests, even if it means remaining in a marriage that she no longer wants to be in. But hey, anything to secure the bag, right? And this may explain why she chose to overlook his cheating and stay with him, even when the Beehive was begging her to dump him. She and Jay-Z have been accused of treating their marriage like a business, with people leaving comments like, Beyonce and Jay-Z will never divorce. Their love is also business. Jay-Z and Beyonce will never divorce. Their name together brings too much money. And Beyonce needs to divorce Jay-Z, but I understand that it's more a business arrangement than a marriage of love. Apart from the money, there's also the fact that Beyonce is determined to protect her image at all costs. She and Jay-Z are Hollywood's top power couple, and even though they both are individually strong, she's smart enough to know that they have more power when they're together than when they're apart. They're both mega superstars in their own right, and they can still make huge moves as individuals. But as the Carters, they're pretty much invincible and can do anything and everything they want to. Beyonce is aware of this, and she's also aware that image is a top currency in Hollywood, so she's going to do anything to keep her image so she and Jay-Z can remain at the top of the food chain as Hollywood's biggest celebrity couple. Oh, but that's not all, because she has a lot of reasons to stay in that marriage. Through thick and thin, Beyonce and Jay-Z have 3 kids together, Blue Ivy and the twins, Sir and Rumi. Sources close to Beyonce claim that Beyonce had made it clear to Jay-Z before they even got married that she was not going to be like other Hollywood couples that get married and then divorce in a couple of years. She told him that if they were going to get married, then it was going to be until death did them part. Other sources claim that this rule has become even stricter since Beyonce gave birth to their 3 kids. The sources reveal that she has no plans of being a single mother because it does not go well with the image that she's worked so hard to create for herself. She's allegedly obsessed with the idea of proving that she can keep her marriage no matter what, and this is why she's going to remain in the marriage. And speaking of the kids, other sources claim that they're another reason that Beyonce's never going to leave her marriage. She wants her kids to grow up in a stable home where mom and dad are married and live together under the same roof, no matter what. She believes that a 2-parent home is the best option for the kids, and she's determined to overlook every single thing going wrong in her marriage, as long as she can give her kids the stable family that she wants. Someone commented, she's a perfectionist and a part of a brand. She also comes from a culture like many Black people all over where image is important, and probably has a fear of ending up divorced and wants to portray the fairy tale image. But it's okay to remarry, have space, and not suffer in a relationship. Jay has been rumored to cheat and have a secret daughter, but Beyonce has never done anything to harm his image or their brand. I think people expect brown and black ladies to be ride or die. And another person commented, children never bring bonding and don't solidify a marriage. He seems bored with her after The Conqueror. That's how most people are. The novelty is wearing off. That's why you have to keep reinventing yourself for both parties and make it fresh. Beyonce sure likes to keep her marriage private, but one thing that we can all be sure of is that she's never going to leave Jay-Z because she has a lot to lose if the marriage ends. Anyway, if you loved watching this video, then you'll enjoy the next one even more.